Welcome to My Dearest Theories. What? My Dearest Theories. Repeat that? My Dearest Theories!
Oh,
Okay. Hey, you guys, it's Watcher Ralph, and this is My Dearest Theories. And today we're going to cover Season 8 of America Horror Story, Apocalypse. Episode 1 just aired, and I have a theory in mind because I'm starting to question who really is Emily and what is her purpose there. Spoilers ahead from episode 1. You've been warned. Now, first I have to say, being a Dominican, I'm proud and happy to see this beautiful and talented actress, Ash Santos, play the role of Emily. But I'm sorry to say, I don't trust her character at all. Because when it comes to storytelling, there's a huge clue within the first episode. Now you could say it's not about what they showed us, but what they chose not to show us. And what I mean by that is that we as the audience quickly understood the backstories of all of the people that were taken to the bunker. Characters like Coco being this entitled rich brat that is extra about everything, as well as her assistant Mallory, played by Billy Lord, plus her stylist, played by Evan Peters, and his grandma Evie, who's played by the great Joan Collins, who's this old school Hollywood figure that basically was married to the head of MGM. And then we're quickly taken into the world of Timothy, and we get to meet his family and get to see that he was accepted into college right before he's dragged off to the bunker. But Emily is a whole different story, because instead of us seeing all this backstory, just like they chose to do with all of these characters, we as the audience and Timothy meet Emily alone, basically in a cell, with no backstory other than her saying that she was locked up and that's where they grabbed her up. And then you could see that Timothy chooses to fill in the rest of the blanks, talking about, oh, that must be how they found your DNA in the database. So other than that, nothing is established from her. We have to take her by her word, with no witnesses and no one else corroborating her story. Also, Emily does something that I would consider a little weird in that scene, because while she's having a conversation with Timothy, they start to feel tremors from the impact of the nuclear blast. So in that moment, Timothy becomes hysterical. He starts to cry because he acknowledges that all of his family members are now dead. And while he's dealing with these emotions, you then see Emily begin to adjust herself because she's above him on the cage. And she begins to adjust herself so she could get a better view of Timothy. And then it cuts to a whole other scene. And that felt a little off to me. I thought she was adjusting herself in order to make eye contact with Timothy while trying to console him, give him some comfort, and put his mind at ease. But instead, all she did was basically gawk at him in this intimate, personal moment that he was having. And I understand she probably hasn't had a sincere, genuine conversation being locked up for who knows how long. Plus the paranoia and tough persona that comes with that territory. I doubt that she would want to connect with this stranger. But the fact that Ryan Murphy chose to show us her adjusting herself made it feel like as though that's what you typically expect to happen next. And the fact that it didn't, it just felt weird. And once you put it into the context of my theory, you could see it as her adjusting herself to get a better point of view because she wants to get all of the enjoyment she possibly can from Timothy's agony. Kind of like how Sarah Paulson and Kathy Bates' characters, Miss Vendel and Miss Mead spoke about psychologically torturing all of the purples. And granted, you could say, well, what about the other three characters we meet in the bunker? One being Anita Porter's character, Dinah Stevens, and the couple of Stu and Andre. But it's quickly established that Anita Porter's Stevens character is a TV celebrity because Timothy corroborates that story and basically points it out. And by the end of the episode, it's clear as day that the couple, Stu and Andre, are definitely not in on it. The Stu is Stu! The Stu is Stu! The Stu is Stu! You're a bunch of cannibals! So, that leaves Emily being the only true purple mysterious character left in this episode. That leaves a big question mark in the back of my mind. And it's clear to me that she's not who she says she is. So what I'm really wondering is, who is Emily spying for? Is it the collective? Is it Miss Venable and Miss Mead's rogue faction of the collective? Is it the Antichrist, the devil himself, Michael Landon? Or is Emily part of the coven? See, personally, a part of me wants to say that she's a part of the coven. But after that scene I mentioned before, and the fact that we're dealing with a 666 story, a bigger part of me believes that she's with Michael Landon. Because then it reminds me of the movie Devil's Advocate, starring Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino, in which the devil tries to manipulate the main protagonist into sleeping with this mysterious female character. More importantly, that female ended up being complicit with the devil in order for them to have a child together, because something in their DNA would produce an offspring that would play a major role in the aftermath of the apocalypse, what the devil would consider the new beginning. See the possible similarities? We'll have to wait and see. But tell me what you think of this theory. Tell me what your theories are so far based on one episode. Leave your comments down below about that. I want to hear it. But for now, share, like, and subscribe. And you can check out some more of My Dearest Theories by clicking up here. And you can check out my crazy rating system and how this channel works by clicking down here. Till we meet again, goodbye. See you guys.